All right, and I mentioned in the first decade of the 20th century, 2 new railroads were built through the heart of the Arkansas Ozarks, and it's a little hard to see what sticks out at you are the red things, and those are actually highways. But if you can see here, this is a railroad that for the most part follows the White River. That's one of the railroads that was built. And there's another railroad down here, if you can see that line. When you pull this up on Blackboard, the PowerPoint show, you should be able to see the lines a little better. But here's another railroad that came down through here. Mm-hmm.
There's Stone County, and that's where the book took place.
Oh, yeah.
Whereabouts in Stone County was the majority of the book took place?
Yeah, this is, here's St. James right here. Yeah, you remember St. James from Ghost of the Ozarks? Yeah, it's right here. So here's White River, St. James just a few miles from the river, and that's where.
And where's your home?
Where's my home? It's not on there, but we can't even make it on a 100-year-old map. But yeah, I grew up right around in here. Yeah, close to the Strawberry River. Yeah. So, well, it is on here. I was looking at, yeah, it's underneath. This is it right here, Violet Hill. Yeah, but I actually grew up about 3 miles north of the big community of Violet Hill. Yeah. So, yeah, closer to Strawberry River.
The railroad line that follows the White River is still there.
That one is still there. This one is not. This one was taken up back in the 40s or the 50s. This one is called the Missouri and North Arkansas line.
Be on a train going on the White River.
Yeah, this one, and well, pretty much all of the Ozarks railroads were advertised in the late 1800s and early 1900s to tourists, especially people from Kansas City and St. Louis, come and see the scenery. But certainly this one, which eventually becomes the Missouri Pacific, the Missouri Pacific eventually owns this line, and it was advertised extensively because it's the same line that goes through Branson. That's the same railroad line that goes through Branson and then and basically just follows White River. You know, Branson's on the river, and for the most part, that line just follows White River on down to Batesville and then eventually out into the Delta region. Yeah. And then this one, the Missouri and North Arkansas, they were both built about the same time, and you can see they're not that far apart. They kind of parallel each other, heading from northwest to southeast, and the Missouri North Arkansas line was never very profitable and had the reputation for being undependable. MNA was the initials, Missouri North Arkansas, and a lot of people joked that it stood for may never arrive. That was, you know, and so it wasn't a surprise that after World War II that one went out of business and they took the tracks up, and you can see very little trace of that railroad today. But again, it goes through a very beautiful area today. But as you can see, my home community wasn't on the railroad. We were safely away from the railroad. Now here's the older railroad up here. That's the one that Kansas City, Fort Scott, and Memphis, the one that comes through Springfield and goes out east and goes through Willow Springs and down through West Plains and Thayer and down that way. And it, as I mentioned, it skirted the northeastern part of the Arkansas Ozarks. And Millie, I think were you talking about Hardy once? Visiting Hardy? Was that you?
No.
Okay, that was somebody else in another class, I guess, talking about. But there's Hardy up there. All right. But I like that map. It's got nice colors on it.